Okay. What we have here is ICO 3 Kyoki. I've got her in a out-of-the-box form just for the sake. And I'm going to show you how I will sometimes fake soft body dynamics for animation. Not that I get to do a lot of that lately. It has taken me a while to figure it out because things have changed a little since I first put out It Could Be Done, and I had to figure out how things were going. Now, the reason why I'm using ICO 3 is, one, she's an older model, and what I and others have noticed is that deformers aren't always working on things anymore, particularly older models, to our frustration. Two, I use ICO 3 a lot still. The Kyoki, yeah, I use her a lot still. Her morphing in cartooning shapes are still, in my opinion, more varied and superior than what you get these days, and I just prefer her. So I've already experimented and set up one side, so I'll let you go ahead and see what it's doing. And it looks like it hurts, I know. And now I'm going to try to remember what I did, and we're going to set up the other side so you can watch me do it. And this is probably going to be long, and it's going to be boring, and I'm not going to edit it or anything. I'm just going to do and upload, and then we'll tweak. Okay. So first thing is, parented to the collar that I want moving, which in this case is the left collar, I have a sphere. So I'm going to create a sphere. As soon as I can find it. I've got it 1 centimeter, 6 to 6. And I am going to parent it to the right collar for this side. And now I'm going to try to get them matching. I'll put that at 7. Which means sphere 2 needs to be at -7. 130. I'm going to put that at 135. Alright, now I've got that, and that's where I want it. Now in this technique, just hitting lock is not always going to work. For some things, you're going to actually have to go into under edit parameter settings and set use limits. We'll get to that. Now, for Kyoki, I'm going to create another deformer to match the one she's already got. So create new deformer, deformer 2. I'm going to do that so that I can imitate each other. Deformer 1 is 8.45, so deformer 2 is going to be negative 8.45. 38.57. I did used to try to copy, and that was problematic, and it didn't always work, and I just got sick of it, and it's easier just to do this. I'm not sure, 579.4. So I put that back to 100. It's not how I originally did it, it's just it likes to do these things that you don't want it to do. 666.3. Oh no, it's the number of the beast, not. I know where my field went. Something went wrong. That's better. Yeah, this almost always happens. I'm not surprised. So now I've got to figure out what the heck. I just do it the manual way. But the goal is to pretty much have them alike. And I'm not sure why, because it didn't do that earlier. But what are you going to do? At least I have them in pretty much the same place. So there is that. Okay. Now, the sphere needs to be Dforce emulated. Okay. The top of the sphere needs to have no weight on it whatsoever to keep it from falling. I don't really do a whole lot to the settings themselves on the side on this. I have self-collide turned off because I do not want it to explode, which it almost always does. So now we have this thing. On the bottom of the sphere, we will create, under Geometry Editor, I don't know if you can see how much I selected there, but not a whole lot. We're going to create a rigid follow node. Create rigid follow node from selected. The first one I named GG, so I'll name this one GG Jiggle or something. Jiggle sounds good. Now Jiggle, I will actually zero out, because when they create, for some odd reason, they want to go above their thing, and that's problematic. Now, here's where it's important, one of the really important. The follow node, I actually am going to go in and set the limits to 0, 0. Because just locking it doesn't help. The animation algorithm's like, so, I don't care. I think it should be moved because this is what I am calculating. I do Common Core or something, I don't know. So this gives it no room to wiggle with its jiggle. Alright. Now I have that set up. Alright. Now, here's the fun part. Deformer 2. You'll see here I have it parented to the sphere. It's actually supposed to be following GG. Well, this needs to follow Jiggle. Now I will look. Right? I'm not sure where that, I know what that extra selection is and I couldn't care less. Now here's where I'm going to test that. Now you see how her boob is like, wee! They always do that. I have never figured out why. It is forking annoying. So I actually have to go in with my animation and set it back up again. Put everything back to 0 on this key. And if that's not good enough, then I've got to go in and tweak and figure out where it needs to be, or at least approximately. Because, yeah, here it's 751.64, blah, 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 and then it moves for some odd reason, and it's pretty annoying in my book. But if I put it to 7 or whatever, it's like, oh, screw you. The other one was easier to fix. Whenever it does this, one almost always shows its sweet patootie. There. You see how it decided to go out again? Oh yeah, it's obnoxious. So now I've got to figure out why again. But the point is to get it set up for configuring. And then I'll double check by looking at the other one. You can see the numbers jump from where I had to fix it. I didn't really have to move the blue Z translate, and I don't know why one side, no matter what model I pick, does need to be moved. It's obnoxious, really. Alright, now, I'm going to save real quick. Alright, here we go. Let's see if it crashes on us. Believe it or not, they're moving, guys. Okay, well, you get the picture. Alright. Well, what could I do to make that better? Well, here's the part where I just begin to play. And it's up to you how you want to play with it. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the follow node. And I'm actually going to scrub along the timeline, make sure it's not moving. And then I'm going to check the other one. Scrub along the timeline, not moving. And then I'm going to go to the deformer. And there it is started to move. It's way over there. I don't like how far it is. So I will bring it back a little bit. You know, because about that. Right? And basically the goal at this point is to figure out where the stuff's moving. And sometimes it's one item, sometimes it's another, and once I have it figured out, I will actually usually just save my character with a scene subset of them wearing the rig, so that I don't have to do that with that particular character anymore. But in this case, I'm going to lower the dynamic strength to 5. I don't know what side this is that I have lowered it to. It looks like the right side, left side. This, yeah, one of the sides. I have tried doing this method with cones, and it kind of worked. And I guess because the human body's breast area is round, the using spheres has always worked a little better for me. After all, when the sphere is falling, if you look at it, you can see that it also has fallen, kind of like, you know, the human body would. And so it's got this weight. And it's easier to make the follow node round. I don't know if it makes a difference. That's just a personal preference of mine. Maybe I'm just OCD. But yeah, you can see where she's just, you know, moving. So yeah, you can play with the settings, and you can see how one stopped moving as so much. So now I will lower it to 0.25 to like really, really, really low. I'll give it no friction. and that one boob just wants to really swing out there no matter what I do. Which means I would have to actually go into the rig and figure out why. At this point, I'm just going to play and you can watch or don't. I don't care. I will keep recording in case I come up with a eureka moment. First thing I'm going to do is go all the way back, edit, figure, lock, modes. That was the wrong button because I'm really good at doing that to myself. I said lock this time. Edit, clear animation of item. Make sure it doesn't move around anymore. It's still moving around. Because heaven forbid that I just get my wish. Wish it wouldn't do that. I don't even know why it does it, but it is frustrating. Yes, it is. That's what's doing it. It was already set. But there's nothing I can do to, yeah, it doesn't work the way it used to. That's the left collar, so. Yeah, that hurts. Back up, Ron. Back up. Alright. And then I'll take and I will put that back on the GG. Make sure it's the right sphere. Now I will take you and put you on the chest. I'll put the collar. Collar. Find your setting. Yeah, that one looks much better, doesn't it? I'll probably redo the other one. It's a fly that's driving me crazy. Put that back on jiggle. Alright. Oh yeah, I was in the wrong place. You know, I do this to myself all of the fucking time. And I'll get you restarted. Alright, looks like I might have it set for the animation to behave. Not what I wanted. Get you back onto Gigi. There we go. Make sure. See, the problem is this won't move from here out because there's already an animation. You can't just go click, delete anymore. Used to, you could tell it remove key. You can't do that anymore. You have to go through this excess out of the way crap, and it's just so freaking obnoxious the way they have it now. It's no longer convenient. It's overcomplicated now. I don't like overcomplicated interfaces. I want to be able to get what I want done, and yeah. Now I will scrub, and at this point I know it's moving because of the things. So now I'm going to save. And sphere. I have down to 0.25 and no friction, and we'll see how badly they fuck things up. Yes, I'm still recording. I had to redo it a couple of times because the old method isn't working, and I had to figure out the new method. But it looks like I've got it working. I mean, I would have to sit here and tweak all night to get it perfect, but as sure as the people that are hearing me talk know, this was just to show them how it's done. So whenever I get her hair bouncing and everything, I'll quit. So now you guys know how much of a time limit on this boarding video you got. You know, some of her bounces look really, really painful. And I've got the dynamic strength down a lot, which, you know, if you want that kind of painfulness, you can have it. No. Alright. I don't know why it does that, except that it wants to annoy me. Another way you could probably do it is have the ball and then put a cone and have the deformer follow a cone that's following the ball. That would help things swing even more because it would have like this axis. That would be up to you to experiment, and it depends the kind of look that you're trying to do. And as tempted as I am, I do have a commission I'm supposed to be finishing up tonight, so I cannot play. I'm going to have to leave it to everybody else to play. It sucks to be me. Really, I'm not liking the way that one keeps pinching in. I'm not sure why it's doing it. I think it's annoying. So there. So now I have this, fake soft body dynamics going on. The right collar has irritated the crap out of me. Bad right collar, bad. So I'm going to go in there, it's pinching, and I'm just not sure why, because this little guy is behaving itself quite well. So it's not that, it's probably my sphere, and I would have to use the other method I just mentioned if I truly had time. As it is, I will do this thing where just because I can, I'm going to use the Dforce cloth presets, and I'm going to make it behave like denim. Right? Well, I'm going to put it back to the 15. And now I'm going to turn her clothes on. She's got her somewhere. Okay. Now, with her clothes, I did the transfer of morphs, and it didn't completely go around her. That's actually kind of good. But I'll go ahead and add a smoothing modifier, and then I'll save. They're like, turn it off when you're doing dynamics. Yes, I could do that. But in this case, and then I'm going to go, I've already got it prepared for dynamics, and I want it to behave like denim because I'm lazy, and I don't want to hunt nothing else. And save again, because my computer might not be able to handle this. If you want me to be able to do faster things, send me money, I guess. Nope, you know what? It'd be better if I just got sent computer parts. That's where the money would end up going anyway. There are so many things I covet. I'm sure you guys are in the same boat. Yep, it can't handle it. Oh, that hurts my feelings. Please. Please. Catch up to me. Ho hum. Anyway, I think you guys get the point, because at this point, it's just fucking, start falling into sailor talk. People are gonna be like, well, we thought your dad was foul-mouthed, and I'm like, yeah, he learned everything he knows from me because of computers. I foresaw to the future, and I started collecting the curse words early. So anyway, you've seen it, and and it's a jerk. So, I really wanted to show the movement after the fact, I guess, but I'll let you go. I'll do it one more time on her body, and then, so, I'm sure you get the point at this stage. At this point, I'm just rambling. I'm going to go ahead and finish out, but if I'm done, I'm done. And so I hope that all of you that have been looking for this tutorial and couldn't find the other one that I put on the internet that I cannot remember where it's at to show you, that it will help you. Definitely experiment with the method, and go to M Casual's page and give him a donation, because I got this idea based off of one of his scripts in which he was faking a sort of dynamic effect using morphs and deformers, and I thought to myself, hey, this could be adapted to Dforce. So, give him a thanks. And if you like this very boring tutorial, well, if you like the method, I know the video sucks, okay, I'm very aware the video sucks. If you like the method, let me know. And I wish you guys a lot of success with it. So I'm going to stop talking now, because this has gotten very long and boring.